Hey everybody, welcome to another live event where we are working on this speed mod for the SLS for SfS. Oh my god, so many
Going
S's.
live.
And I
Hey
had the
everybody,
thing
welcome to
echoing.
another live
Great.
event where we are working on this speed mod for the SLS for SfS. Oh my god, so many
Going
S's.
live. Boom. Okay, hopefully that will stop now. Yeah, there we go. There's your snafu for the evening. So, hopefully we'll be able to see this in a second. Boom. There we go. Awesome. So, hey everybody. So, if you guys left us off last time, basically we got here close to the top, and we had quite a bit of work done since the last live stream. I went a little nuts on the European space stage module or service module, European service module, and ended up basically trying to get it going pretty good. I added RCS, I added the solar panels, and we did a little bit of an update to the engine, a bit of balancing with the alpha team to make things work, and then obviously, as you can see here at the very top of the craft, we went and actually made the capsule not look like just a trapezoid. But tonight we're gonna have a bit of a cool giveaway slash contest slash. There's 11 spots on the spacecraft and 11 entries, so everybody wins. Big round of applause. But it does mean I need to make a bunch of these little cubesats. Now you're probably gonna notice that in the Orion Stage module, which is this part right here, I already have 2 cubesats here. And that's because one of these cubesats was submitted to me already pre-made as a prefab, so I didn't have to do anything to it other than, put it to proper size. And the second one was the first CubeSat I made as sort of a template to show people, here's what you could send me, and then here's what I do. And this is by Cree Design, and it's over on the other side over here. And they are ready to go and in the launcher. In addition, since the last time we were here, I had some people give me some critique about the trusses in the interim stage propulsion unit, or whatever this thing's called. Sorry. So yeah, the ICPS. Oh my god, there's so many names for every single piece of the spacecraft. It's a bit crazy. But I went through and I remade the trusses so they look more truss-like, and you'll notice that they do go in front and behind the fuel containers, which this one theoretically in real life holds hydrogen, and this one here holds liquid fuel. I think it's hydrazine. But yeah, they're apparently 2 different fuels. That's why there's 2 different balls. The more you know. So, as everyone's sort of getting here, and is this really a spaceflight simulator? Yes, it is. We also have the rest of the rocket down here. So I'm just going to go over what we're going to do tonight. So we do have the CubeSat contest, which is going to basically be me building a lot more CubeSats to fill up the SLS. Now, due to the nature of how this works, I can put 9 of these in very easily, 11 without too much difficulty, and the full 12 complement if I, scooch things around, again, depending on how big each CubeSat is. So that's going to be good, and we have 11 entries, so we'll have plenty of space. The other thing we need to do is, and you might notice it here, we're missing the launch escape system, so I still need to make that. So we'll be making that tonight on the live stream. And finally, because what live stream isn't done with people pointing out that I made horrible, horrible mistakes, I need to fix the bottom of the rocket. So apparently this is not what it's supposed to look like. And I should probably see if I can pull up a picture. And we'll grab a picture from screenshots over here. And screenshots, reference images. I have a reference image here somewhere. I know I do. And we will find it. Now, if you guys are watching this on the replay, please give me a shout. And here it is. So apparently that's what the bottom of the rocket's supposed to look like. Which you'll note that with my rocket over here, and oops, do it this way. There we go. So many pictures and everything. You'll note that the bottom of the rocket isn't the same as theirs, and obviously I am missing some of the lines on the rocket itself, but we'll get to that a little bit later. And if the stream goes a bit long, I might finish it up later, but the goal here is that I'm going to have this package ready to go for you guys this week, probably Friday. To give me an extra day to go through and double check everything with the alpha test team and give them a day to sort of say, hey, yes, there's nothing horribly broken that you missed. And also, we're going to have the CubeSat pack, and that's going to have all these little CubeSats that I'm making tonight that are going to be available. So that's 2 packs coming your way real soon. So please be sure to give this video a like, and if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section. I do have it on my other screen just over here. And I will be checking it when I can, between little steps and stuff. If you do have a question, leave like 3 question marks, or either like, at me, so at Picospace, and then ask a question with 3 question marks. Hopefully that will pop up in the chat and I'll be able to say, aha, somebody's asking a question. So I know one person already asked, is this space flight simulator? And the answer is yes. This is space flight simulator taken to the next level. So we are going to go and jump into the editor, and we're going to make a whole bunch of CubeSats for this. EDSC. So the alpha testers I currently have right now is Cedric and Prime 252 or 525, one of those number combinations. And they became alpha testers because they showed a good degree of understanding how mods in Spaceflight Simulator worked, and also that they were interested in providing feedback on my Discord forum, more than this is good, this is bad, this is an error, actual really useful feedback. And they're willing to try some stuff out and say, hey, I think this engine needs a little bit more power, or maybe this module needs a little bit less weight, or wouldn't it be good if you did it this way? And that way I was able to really reduce the development time on this rocket compared to some other stuff. Nuclear is here. Great. You have one of the CubeSats in there. Oh, so somebody's asking, what is a CubeSat? All right, so a CubeSat is, and it basically is a satellite that's a cube. And if I save, close this, there we go. And what it is generally they're about the size of a shoebox. They're not very big. And if I pull up the reference guide here, there we go. I can quickly scroll down and show you what one looks like in real life. If I knew how to use this, I got a new mouse, so please bear with me as I badly scroll through this document. And if we go here, so this is the Orion Stage Adapter, and in here you can see these little shells. These are the CubeSat holders in order to launch the CubeSats. And the CubeSats are basically these little tiny boxes. They look like oversized shoe boxes, and they are basically small little satellites. They have different sizes here, which you can see here in this document. So they're only they're often quite small. They only weigh a few pounds, etc. Now, the CubeSats that we are launching in our Orion are quite bigger than these. And that's just simply due to game mechanics. If you make an object too small, it's hard to click on it. It doesn't, it has issues. And if you make it too light, the game starts to do really weird things. Like you apply a force to it, and next thing you know, the thing's going at like almost slight speed. So our CubeSats are going to be 0.01 ton, which I believe is 10 kilograms. And they are going to be 0.25 by 0.5 meters. And that's the stated size. I think I have 1 or 2 that are 0.5 by 0.5 meters. So hopefully we'll be able to get those to fit in there. But that is essentially what a CubeSat is. And they're basically like a little tiny satellite. They go on various small missions. And the idea being here is that you're not having to spend a huge amount of money launching a really big satellite. You can launch these guys for much less. But the satellites that are going on this SLS trip that's coming up, they're getting a free ride, apparently. They just had to show up and get the module in. Apparently, they're not paying to go to orbit. It is a freebie for them. So yeah, so some excitement in that community for sure. getting 10 of these things launched. Now, one final note, between 10 and 12, SLS originally was designed to carry 12 of these, but only 10 made the cutoff mark to be included in the launch. Now, I don't know if the delay, if that means the other two might be able to sneak in there and they'll have 12 when they launch later this month or in October. We'll see. But yeah, they're basically small little boxes with various types of missions, and a whole bunch of people went to building this little tiny box, which is, probably smaller than the computer you have. So there you go. So without further ado, let's jump over here and get to the first phase of tonight, which, if we go here, is Cubesats. So I'm going to pop up the Discord here, and we're going to scroll up here. So I collected all the CubeSats that had entered on the Discord page. So if you want to take a look at this, I do have them all up here. This was an easy way for me to keep track of them. So the first one, as I said, I've already made, is the first entry, which was by Cree Design, and it's based off of a Polish satellite, CubeSat, that they put in orbit. So this was his initial design. We later on added a little Polish flag right here, and you'll see that tonight. And if you saw the short that I put out about the CubeSat, that's that little guy there. Entry number 2 is from Baroche. He actually submitted a full prefab, so I just have to go through and double check that it's going to work, but otherwise we're going to be good to go. And apparently it's a toaster. He submitted a toaster. Entry number 3, apparently he called it Jerry, and it's this 0.5 by 0.5 CubeSat with extending solar panels. So shouldn't be too hard to make, but there you go. We'll have to come up with something neat for Jerry to do, though. And then I Don't Know Geek came up with quite an elaborate CubeSat that we're going to make tonight, which is one that has these round solar panels that basically fold out and then expand. I think that's kind of neat. We're going to see how to go and do that. But there it is. And this is the PDF that he submitted, although I might just need to nick the corner a bit just so it's black all around. Not a big problem. Entry number 5 is from a forum member. That's a spaceflight simulator forum called Israel Space Agency SfS, and he said it's based off the, I'm not even going to pronounce that, 4, and basically it's a 2 tubes with a solar panel, and then it extends out 2 more solar panels. Number 6 is from TTTOTW, and it's based off the Aerospace 10 CubeSat, which basically has these little folding panels on either side. So he submitted the core body, and I actually went and spent 5 minutes and made the little solar panels for him. So we'll have those fold out as well. Number 7, as I noted before, is Prime 252. He submitted a full prefab, and his whole satellite basically, it's a nice little rainbow, and it extends a whole bunch of cool stuff once it's deployed. The Epic Chicken, again from the Spaceflight Simulator forum, said add an engine and some fuel, but basically he submitted a BP edit screen capture of what he would like to have made. So basically it's a excuse me, I'm gonna burp. Awesome. To a whole audience of like 13 people. Woo! Sorry about that. But basically it looks like it's an ion engine with a cube and some extra components on there to make it look a little good. And then he wants to say a little telescope on it and made on Earth by chickens. So we'll get to that as well and see how that goes. Entry number 9, and this was sort of the one I had originally been working on to have as a CubeSat, so I've sort of entered it myself, is this Near-Earth Asteroid Tracker, which is based off the Near-Earth Asteroid Scout. And basically it's a small little tiny CubeSat that honestly looks like a cell phone, but it expands out this entire field of solar sails, and then it'll actually end up having some thrust. So that's going to be some pretty cool stuff. Number 10, and this is sort of a joint one between 2 astrophotographers, Ember Sky Media, which is my channel, and Galaxy Art Media, which is Jan Nemesh's channel. We our alternative channels, we do teach about doing astrophotography and space stuff, and I also go into doing some camera technologies and stuff. So we thought, let's make a small little tiny satellite that can, quote, take pictures. So a couple pictures here of mine, and Jan has also sent me a bunch of pictures as well. So as a group, we'll pick 2 or 3 or so to add into the satellite. And then a final entry, because I wasn't paying attention last night, and it was sent to me by Messenger on Discord, and I don't always check that, is one here from Nuclear, and it's Nuclearr. And basically, it is a very, very cool looking CubeSat that extends out some solar panels. So that's going to be some fun because they come out the other way. So I need to make sure they don't hit anything on the way out. Always a good idea. And that's what we're up to tonight, is building this. And then if we have a little bit of extra time, we're going to fix the bottom of the rocket and work on that LES system. So without further ado, does anyone have a suggestion which one I should start with first? And just out of curiosity here, I'm checking here. Everything seems to be going. Nobody's screaming it saying they can't hear me. I'm talking too loud. Awesome. Good. All right. Yeah, your satellites here. CubeSats. Yeah, no worries. I will probably do another sort of contest in about a week or two. I have some other stuff that I have planned, but the rest of this week and weekend is going to be doing some catch up. I've been working on the nuclear pulse engine, and that's been giving me some troubles. So yeah, we're going to do some catch up this week with the rover pack. Although I may call it the colony pack. I'm still debating that one, and see where we can go. All right, so we've had somebody suggest the circle solar pack. So we're going to start with this one up here in completely disorganized order. So I'm going to write down to make sure I keep track of what I am doing. But we're going to go with number 4 first. And this is from IDK Geek, and this is the solar panel. So let's head into here, and I will get us set up. So first thing I'm going to do is get the create design, and I'm going to copy that. And the reason for this is because I made this as a template, and this is I don't know Geeksat. Yeah, that's how we're going with naming conventions on this one. And then we're going to go here, and I don't know Sat. All right, so we are going to need to show this in Explorer because we're going to need to bring over from, I think it's in the reference images. I'm just going to double check. I'm sure I saved it somewhere. Oh, I probably saved it in Shorts. Yeah. Active projects. Oh, this is going to make a mess. There we go. CubeSat data. There we go. Awesome. All right, so we're going to drag this over here, and then we're going to open it. I don't know if we can do open with Infinity Photo, because I did want to just nick the edges, I said. So we're going to go here, and we're going to grab the very center as best as we can, and we're going to expand it outward. And you know what? There's actually an easier way of doing this. Adjust. Special effects. There we go. Inner shadow. There we go. That adds an inner shadow, and if we go outer shadow, a bit of a radius there. There we go. And that should solve any problems we run into with that. So we're going to save that. Save. And we close that. And we'll be able to go here and now actually go to I do know thing. We're going to make it called the I don't know geek CubeSat. All right, there we go. And we are going to now redesign this CubeSat so that it does what we want in the original photo. And while we're doing this, I'm going to make sure I got this all going here. Dan, so Dan, what's your, hang on, we're gonna jump over here 2 seconds. Yeah, somebody sent me a message. Okay, cool. Which one is this? Oh, it's for that one. Okay, cool. Awesome. All right, that sounds good because we're gonna add some sound into that. Awesome, that's good. Remind me a bit later, Dan. We'll get to your second, so we can jump in that before I forget. All right, now that we're here, I'm gonna pull back that picture, so I know exactly what I'm doing. So it is basically a tube with two tubes on the side and stuff. Okay, cool. So for this, we're going to change this core from this Cree design to a metal tube. I'm going to pick metal 4, 3, 2, no, because it's small, we'll go 4. Awesome. Now we're going to go 0.2 by 0.2 because we do need to keep within the boundary. So we're going to generate a mesh. We're going to get rid of these other panels in a bit, but we'll keep them for right now. And the beeping control, yeah, we'll play around with that one. All right. So I'm just going to look here. So we need to remove beeping audio, Cubesat. All right. All right, sounds good. Okay, so we have this one here. Now, we do have the core, which is good because the core is there, but we now need to make the end pieces. So we're going to copy the core over for lack of something here. I'm going to call this one here arm 1, and we're going to make it 0, 5. 5, there we go. And it's going to go from 4 and 0.1. And then we need to move it over, so the position is going to be 0.25. Nope. 125. Nope. What is the number it's supposed to be at? You know what? Let's just manually do it. Then we have it. No, it's not going to do it because it's too small. There we go. Yeah, when you start dealing with small things, it starts to get a little tricky to get things to fit perfectly. 1, 5, no, 4, 3, 2, is it 1? 1 is too wide. All right, so we're just gonna make it narrower. We can make it narrower, and then we can put it at 2, I think. Right? No. Oh, come on. 115? Yeah, there we go. 115. Yeah, welcome to how the stream is going to go. All right, there we go. So that's going to be our first arm. And we're going to generate a mesh here. There we go. And then we're going to need to bring in some sort of rotating device. So we are going to head over to, and this is where we steal stuff from other stuff. Parts. No, that's code. Scripts, we don't want that. We want actual parts. And we're going to go to landing gear. And we're going to take this thing here, the hinge. It's probably going to come with half the landing gear, but that's okay. We'll get rid of that once we're over there. And here we go. ID Geek. And we're going to go here, arm 1, and we're going to paste a giant hinge. Great. 0.25. 0.25. How much smaller do I need to make it? Oh, I need to make it a lot smaller. Apparently not that small. How about that small? Yeah, okay. And then we want to, in the hinge, we're going to get rid of everything else because we don't want it. It's gone. We just want the hinge. All right. And then we're going to move the hinge over here, and then we'll finish the resizing of the hinge. All right, so 0.05, I think that's good, yeah. There we go. And we're going to move it here, and we're going to move it like so. And it's a bit too small. Can I go 6? 6 probably good, but how about 6.5? 6.5, okay. 6.5, okay. So there's our hinge for our solar panel opening device, right? Okay, cool. So We're going to move the hinge under arm 1, and that's going to open up, and then we have the solar panels deploy. So next thing we need to do is we need to create a item. We're going to use hinge for a second here because it's just easier to do this. Hinge is going to have, we need a build collider, fixed collider, and no attachment surface because we don't want things to attach to it. There we go, a fixed collider. Okay. So in this one here, we're going to move it all the way up to the top here, like so. And we're going to end up deleting a lot of these points because we don't need them all for the next item. All right. You know what? I should probably have done this a little differently, but that's okay. Yeah, we're going to do it a little differently. Let's do it differently. Let's not overcomplicate our lives here. Create a new empty, and this is going to be panel. That's going to go on here on the arm, and this is going to be a polygon. I think it's a polygon. Pretty sure it's a polygon. And then we're going to go here. No, this is a polygon collider. Remove. All right. 0, 0, 0. Okay. So we're going to add a custom polygon. We're going to add a polygon mesh. There we go. And we are going to then pick the panel. And we're going to pick the texture. So this is where we need to add this as a texture. So we're going to have to find basic textures and add this guy in, which I think Cree Design is a basic texture. So we're just going to check here. Where are we here? There we go. If we go CSC, no. So we're going to need to make a texture. So these guys here, all that can get deleted now. We don't need it. Oh, okay. It's going to get upset at us. That's fine. All right. So we need to go here to simple textures, and we need to just grab one of these. So we're going to pick that one, copy that, and bring it over to our project and paste it in. That's not what I wanted. That's the leg. Yeah, that was brilliant. Don't do that. Pick one of these here. We're going to grab the foot. That's fine. Because we're going to rebuild it. So there we go. Okay, so the foot, instead of being the foot, it's going to be the IGK. And it's not showing up. Oh, it's D. There we go. We're going to pick that. We're going to pick a circle because it is actually a circle. Where is it? Circle. Pick circle here. And for shadow, we're also just going to pick a circle. And we'll pick this guy right here. Actually, we'll pick that guy. I think that's probably better. All right. And then we'll go to panel. And we will pick, I don't know. And it doesn't pop up. Great. Oh, because I haven't changed it here. That's why. I don't know. Geek panel. All right. So, some back and forth there. Apologies. And there it is. Boom. And it's now in our game. Now, it's only half in our game because we have to actually finish the vertices here, which we will then add a 1 and a 1. Probably that order. There we go. That worked. Okay. Now I want to be able to edit and view it because I'm now going to do this, which sounds very strange, but there we go. There we go. I don't need that one, so we can delete one. No, I didn't want to delete that one. Dang it. I deleted the wrong one. Oh well. we'll go over here. Yeah, oops, don't want to do that. And we'll move that one over here. And basically we're going to make a polygon around it, or an octagon, sorry. And part of the reason we're doing this is so that we can then minimize the number of spots, but also the overlap. Yeah, we need to get rid of one of these things. That's, which one is this? That one there. Oh, I got it. All right. There we go. Bring that one over there. And there we go. So now it's a bit of a polygon. So that's good. And obviously it's way too big, so we're going to make it 0.05 by 0.05. There we go. And it's a small little thing here, and we're going to move it over here and put it right there. Now, when this expands, it's going to be, we're going to give it a base depth of 1, and that hopefully will generate a mesh over top of that one. And then we're going to take this guy. We're going to toggle these out. We don't need them anymore, but we're going to take them out in a second. And we're going to find the core, and we're going to make the core 1. And that way, if we generate a mesh, yeah, there we go. All right, so this guy here, how small does he need to go until he's in our parameters? 25 by 25. There we go. Okay. So, moving them around, there we go. So that's one arm right there. And now we can actually animate this and then get the panel to actually expand out. Okay, so this point here, I want to go through and just remove the stuff I do not need. Remove that. Actually, don't want to remove that. I need to rebuild that. Okay, this is what I want to remove. Okay. So that's the move module that we're going to have, which means I can get rid of these panels in the background that we no longer need. Okay, I need the detach. I have this. I still have the beep thing in there. We'll play around with that a bit later. And there we go. So the movement here is going to be, I think it was 90 degrees out. Oh, that's not a good sign. Okay. Oh, no, it's the arm and the hinge. Oh, it's the wrong way. Okay. There we go. Now I think it's going to go 90 degrees. Please tell me it's rotating on the hip. Never mind. So is this going to do what I want? It's going to do something weird. All right. Oh, we have to hit 0, 0. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let me just think about this for a second. So it's in the wrong position. It needs to rotate, because it's going to rotate around the 0 point, which is right there. So I need to actually bring it to where it actually is 1 to 1. And then here, I'm going to say this is 0.05. So 4 by 0.04. And then the height is going to be 5. I think 5 is a good number, right? Yeah, 5 is a good number. And I'm going to go 0 there. And then it's going to be over 0.2, 0.2. And hopefully that's going to work, right? Close. Close. We need to move that point there, right underneath the arrow. Okay. To about right there, right? Everything happy? Everything's pretty happy. Okay. And then we're going to generate the mesh. Okay. And then we just have to figure out where the panel went in this whole thing, which it's probably gone to some crazy number or something small. Let's just go 1 to 1. Where is it? There it is. Okay. So this guy here, he's got to go up. So he's not going to position wise. It's going to go right there. And then height wise, so we're just having to rebuild this. That's okay. And 0.25, 0.25. Oh, it's going to be annoying. 0. Okay. We're going to have some fun tonight. And by we, I mean me. But that's okay. All right, 0.4. Yeah, 0.4 works. Okay. It's usually I'm making this backwards than what I would normally do, but that's okay. And then we just want to sit there. Okay. Super. All right, so we got the one arm done, and now we want to animate it. So ideally now when we animate it, it's not going to go crazy. So it's going to go from 0 to 90. Oh, negative 90, like so. Ideally not moving off that point. So it's going to also move up about how much? 0.44. Okay. So we're going to go here to this move module that I have made, and we're going to write this in. So the 0 rotation is for the arm 1, and it's going to go from 0 to, edit this one here, 90. There we go. And then we're also going to add in here a move module, position, sorry. And we're going to pick arm 1 again. There we go. And it's going to stay for X is fine, right? Or is it X that needs to move? Y. Okay. So we're going to go back here and we're going to change Y. And Y is going to go from 0, which is where it started off, to right at this 0.044. Okay. So if we go to 0 and we hit apply animation, it pulls it up. If we go to 0.25 and we add the animate, oops, it's going the wrong way. Right. Rotation Z needs to be negative 90. There we go. All right, so we go this way, and then we go 0.5, and we're just doing this to make sure it is actually looking like it's going out and not doing anything too crazy. There we go. And then 1. Awesome. There we go. So it's going to fold out like that. Next step we need to do is get the solar panels to expand. So we're actually going to go in here and we're going to change this edit key to 0.4, or sorry, 0.5, because we want this done halfway through the animation. And same here, we're going to grab this one, edit key, we're going to go 0.5. Okay, so that's halfway through the animation, and the animation is 10 seconds. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add here a scale right here, and we're going to scale the panel. I should probably name it a little bit more complicated than that. And it's going to go from whatever it is right now, 0.4 to 0.4. Okay, so we'll put that into our thing here and go edit key 0.4, and we're going to move this to 0.5 because we want it only to expand the second half of the animation. And we'll figure out what this number is in a second, and then we're going to copy that and paste it into the Y. Saves us from having to jump in there. All right, so now we're going to go here and we're going to expand this out. Now I'm going to say 1 to 1. What's it going to do? It's going to, yeah, it's going to go off kilter. So we're going to have to fix that. But we want this to be pretty big. So how about 5 by 5? That's pretty decent. Okay, so 5 by 5 works. So we'll add that into our thing here. And we're just going to go up here and we're going to edit the key. Instead of that, we're going to put 5. And since it's, again, because it's the same animation twice, we're going to copy it and we're going to paste it in there. There we go. So if we apply the animation, there it is. And if we go back to 0, it's there. And again, if we're at 0.05, which is our halfway point, it's out, but the solar panels haven't expanded yet. So if we go 7.5, and they have expanded. But as you might note, they are moving. And this is not good, but we'll quickly solve this by putting in another position. And this position is going to be focused on the panel. There we go. And what it's going to do is move the panel back. So we need to know where the panel originally was at 0 space. We're going to go 0. And it's going to give us, or actually we want it at 0.5. Okay. Oops. Oh, great. Well, that's not good. Okay, I guess we're writing it in ourselves. Okay. Oops. So the panel is right there. Okay. So 0.45. Okay. I'm going to go back here. And we're going to enter in the y here. Edit key 4.8. Because I believe it was 4.8. Yeah, 4.8. Okay. And then x is 0. Okay, that's an easy one. X is 0. Okay. Now, when we have it fully expanded, 1, I'm going to apply the animation. It's going to go, it's not going to do what we want. That's okay. We're going to, oops. We're going to grab it here, and we're going to move it to where we want it to go. There we go. And here's the new numbers. I'm just going to write this down. Negative 2.3 x and 2.52y. Okay. And then we're going to go back to our move command, and we're going to type those in as the other end of this. So here, edit key is going to be negative 2.3. And over here, it's going to be edit key 2.52. And if we did everything correctly, if I hit apply animation, nothing moves. Perfect. And if I hit 0, it all goes back to where it was. And then we can go 0.25. Oh, that's not good. Oh, I think I know why. Yep. Yeah, this is supposed to be times 0.5. There we go. And over here, again, we got to do this. The key time is, oops. 5. There we go. Because we want it not to do anything until it starts expanding. There we go. And then we go 0.5. And it's in the spot, which is good. 0.75. And it starts to expand. And 1. Perfect. Isn't that amazing? Now we just have to do this again. Well, we don't have to do it again. We just have to copy this. So this is what we're going to say. The right one arm is the right arm. And it's panel. And it's here. We're going to go right with that. And then we're going to go here. We're going to copy it. We're going to paste it. And then we're going to go and expand it out and call it left. And we're just calling it left so that we can not have the same thing mentioned twice. As I mentioned in previous streams, that causes all sorts of problems when you're trying to find things off the list and you have a whole bunch of stuff called the same thing. And then over here, all we're going to do is go negative on the x and negative on the x, and that should move it over here, and we end up with 2 of them. Perfect. Now, obviously, somebody in the chat will probably quickly mention that if I go 0, like so, and apply animation, it only happens on one side. So we basically have to go here and duplicate every single element. So rotation, rotation, position, position, scale, scale, and then another position here. Duplicate, and then just change right to left. And then change right to left. change panel left to right to left, and finally panel left to right. There we go. And then if we hit this, there we go. And if we go to 1, perfect. Ta-da. All right. There we go. So we now have it where it expands out and it spreads out its solar panels and everything. So, hi, Island Waffle. Yes, I did announce the winners. I got 11 submissions and there's 11 spots. So everybody won. Woo! That is what we're doing. So I'm currently making the first one here. We're almost done it because it already has the detached surface at the bottom that's going to launch it. I just have to make it a little bit smaller. I probably don't need to make it smaller, but we're going to do it anyway. And it's probably only going to 1, right? Yeah. And we're going to go to 1. That's going to detach the satellite. It's already been pre-set up. The toggle we need, the toggle's already in there. We have the toggle. Yeah, we have the detach, move, activate, move, toggle. Right, and then we have the bleeping sound. So this one's not going to have a bleeping sound, so we can take that one out. Because we can't have them all going bleep, 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 bleep. And then we can take out the bleeping audio recorder, right? Yes, but what do I want? Yeah, like so. And then we do want, no, we don't want this bleep. There we go. Okay, sounds good. So there we go, and we're good on that side. So now this opens when we deploy it. So this one is pretty much done. I just have to go through here and delete some files I don't actually need. Oops. And it's always good to delete files that you don't need. It just removes the clutter. Okay, so the panel there, we don't need the bleep in here, so I'm going to remove the audio from that. There we go, delete. And then the only thing I'm going to do is go back to that part that we had earlier, parts, and go to landing legs, and they have a sound, legs deploy, and how do they do it in their move function? Active sound. Okay, so we're going to steal this sound, and we're going to then go back here to Geeksat. We're going to add the sound in, boom, and then we're going to go here, and we're going to add at the bottom here. And active. We're going to pick our sound. There we go. And this controls the volume of the sound. So we're going to go like this. Now we don't want it to be at the key at 0 because we don't want it actually playing forever once it's done. And we're going to go like this. And I want it to go, let's say from, you know what, we'll just edit it. 0.1 to value of 1. And we're going to add another key in here. I'm going to change this one here to 0.9, and we're going to give it a value of 1. There we go. And then angling these, we're just going to level it off so it doesn't get super loud, and it'll kick in during the move. There we go. And then we just go 0.5. Just need to make sure, where's the sound? Oh, the sound is going to be right there. Okay, so this one should be done now. Without any hiccups or anything like that, we're good. So that's our first one of the night. It should be done, so it'll open up and it'll expand as we go. I'm gonna check some stuff out here. I'm a music producer. Is it possible to create some music or custom sounds to add to the mod game? Yeah, so you can import sound into the game. That's what I did with the other CubeSat. This blip sound, that's just a blip sound, and I've imported it into the game and then put it into the actual CubeSat. And then it plays it repetitively, and you'll hear it later. And I changed the So it sounds a little different, but it'll go bloop, 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 bloop. But yeah, so it's easy to bring in sounds into the game. The only thing you do need to keep in mind is that you do want to compress things down because you are adding in additional information into the game. So if you say, I want to add like a really big photo or really big audio file, high, like if it's not compressed, it computers will struggle. And if it is, this gets updated to phones and stuff, they'll struggle too. So there's a certain level of, you can do it, just realize that whatever you're putting in, you're probably going to want to compress it down slightly. So just FYI on that one. Okay, so what else we have? When Jerry goes to space, it will be a monumental for all mankind. Yeah, Jerry going to space. That's definitely going to be an interesting one. And so you're telling I created a CubeSat for recording waves and a convert to audio without a custom sound for it when activated. Sad. Dan, yeah, you can have custom sound stuff. Like I was going to probably, if I open up here and just type in NASA sounds, because NASA has a sound index. Is it going to now load? Because I'm streaming internet slow. They have all these cool sonification things, cosmic cliffs, sonifications, mountain stars. So like you can go here and it'll I was thinking just putting that in let me know what you think. That's definitely an option. So, and it kind of sounds neat. So we're just gonna save that link as sound in Cubesat data. Yeah, that's fine. And then we'll go show in folder. Okay, I got it over here on the other page. Okay, so yeah, and then you have all these different things and whatever else. So you can definitely go there and get some real space sounds from NASA that they've released to the public. So yay. There we go. All right, so I'm just gonna hop over here and read what that message said. And it says, yeah, oh, this is, yeah, you're the guy. So recording space sounds. So let's do this one next. So in order to do this, I need to go and get data into my folders. So CubeSat data. Oops. Where are we here? Okay, Geek panel. So we're gonna make the next one, and I'm not sure what this one was called. So we're just gonna call it, I think it was Nuclei, and we're gonna call it CubeSat. There we go. And we're just gonna go here, and through the magic of the internet, we're going to open this picture over here. So that's it. And we're just going to see if we just drag and drop it. Oh, we can. Perfect. All right. And then, where's the other path of this thing? I'm going to open this one. There we go. And this is the other one. Move it over here. And we drop it there. Okay. So the only issue we have is we got to edit this. We might have to edit this one because, yeah, okay. But it'll go there. So if we go here, it'll open up nuclear. There we go. And what we're going to do is go back to our Cree design, because that's the core one I'm going to use for the whole night. And we're going to move it over here. We're going to paste it. We're going to call it new layer with 2R cube sat. There we go. And we're going to name this thing here clear audio cubesat. There we go. And with some fun, I'm going to grab the thing here. There we go. And it finds and records space warp frames. There we go. There we go. Yay! And it looks like that because I haven't changed the diagrams yet. Okay, so we're just gonna go back here and strip pretty much everything out of here. I don't know why. I just didn't do that in the first place. All right. I'm gonna call this one. Let's see. There we go. And that's going to, instead of pointing at Creed sign, oops, it's now going to point to nuke. There we go. And then here, we're going to get rid of the panels. We don't need them. We're going to strip that out of here and here. We'll keep the audio source in there for right now. And we're going to go to core, and the core is going to be NU clear. Nope, other nuclear. Okay. 1 second for water. Yep, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to put in the, we'll grab the solar panels in a second. So there we go. So that's there. And I'm just going to double check. Everything's good. Okay. We still have this Cubesat bleep in there, but that's fine. We can change it a bit later. All right. So as we go here in this craziness, we are going to need to grab some solar panels. So we're going to go back to parts, and we're going to find something called solar panels somewhere here. Can we see? Oh, it's called solar array. So there's solar array small, and there's solar array 3. I don't know why. But okay, we're just going to take solar array 3. We don't need this. We need the strut, the bottom edge, the array, and the top edge. We don't need anything else but these 3 things. Copy that. This is basically what we do here. And then we're going to move that over to nuclear here. And we're going to go create an empty, and we're going to call this the top array. There we go. And then we're going to paste everything into the top array. And yeah, it's going to be too big, but that's okay because we're going to use the top array here. We're going to go 0, 0, 0, and I probably should have zeroed it before. Yeah. Shoot. Okay, we're just going to delete everything in the top array because I want things zeroed. Otherwise, everything gets weirdly messed up. It's very interesting how this can weirdly mess stuff up. Okay. So obviously it's going to be 0.25 by 0.25. Nope, looks like it's going to be 125. 125 and 0.125. How about that? Now it's probably too small, isn't it? Oh, I didn't even put, okay. Okay. And then we're going to rotate it 90 degrees. There we go. And then we're going to bring it down to about right there because it needs to stay in our sizing. So we will move it out. Okay. And for 0.43. Yeah, that's fine. 4.5. 4. Nope. 4.3. 43. Okay. Okay, so now we need to actually build this out. I'm going to add the move control in here just because then I don't have to jump back and forth. Okay, so move. Okay, so this is going to be the move control. We're going to add some elements. And this is all going to be basically just position, 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 position. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to position is the top array because it starts where it is, which is good, but it's it needs to move. So here we're going to add the key. I'm going to go 0.43 and it's going to go to 1. I don't think it's going to go to 1. Let's see here. It just needs to go to there. 0.49. Okay. 0.49. So that's the actual array expanding outward. We then need to add a move command here. Again, position. And we're going to do it on the... How did he have this drawing? So the drawing is like that. So we're going to take out the the top and the bottom pieces. That's just going to make my life so much easier. Actually, we'll leave the bottom one in. And then we're going to take the array. We're going to actually toggle the array. We don't need to hide it. And it's going to go from 0 scale to whatever scale we want it to go to. So position, we're going to go to scale. And it's going to go, this is the Y scale, so it's going to go 0 to, we're going to say, I think 1 is probably good. And we're going to hit 1, and it's going to go. And it's going to go. Nope. Oh, shoot. Yeah, we rotated it, so it's actually there. And this one here, 1 to 1, probably. Apply animation. Nope, something's upset. Oh, here. We'll get this. Apply animation. And I lost something. Nope, that's obviously 0. Okay. There we go. And apply animation. Okay, so we're back here. So other than the array, oh, because there's nothing there. Right, okay. That explains it. Array, apply animation. That works. I think that's a bit bigger than what you wanted. All right, so that's one array. So that's the top array. Copy, paste, and then we just go here. And instead of 90, we go negative 90. And then we move this down to, what are we at here? 0. Is 0 good? Okay, 0. So we just have to change this because it's going to be different numbers here. Edit key 0. And, oh, no, sorry. Edit key, the end is 0. It actually needs to move to about here. I'll move it right there just to get it. So we're going to say 0.05. Yeah, we'll say 0.05. That's good enough. All right. Okay. So if we apply animation, it comes out. We got the 2 solar panels here, good. And then we're going to go here. We're going to go 0. Apply animation. That's going to shrink this one down to, why is that not? Oh, no, that's not good. Oh. What's the top array do when we go to 0? See, this is why we check things before we copy them. No, it went to 0. It's good. Why did this guy go the wrong way? Zero, 0 on the X. On the Y. Oh. There we go. Apply animation now. Okay, that's in the right spot. And now this is... Why is this different? That should be different. This should be the same. All right, we'll do this. Apparently the X's and Y's got turned around. That should be 0, right? Yeah, there we go. So here we got 0.25 comes out, 0.5 comes out some more, 0.75 comes out some more. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so we're going to go 0 on this because we want to put it back there. And we're going to say this is going to take about, I think I said 10 seconds for these things to deploy. I'm going to say bottom array, And then the top one, we're also going to say it's 10 seconds. And that's just so that when it deploys, it doesn't smack anything on the way out. And then over here, we're going to actually change this from, we no longer need this move schedule, but we'll leave it in there for right now. And we'll just add the other ones because we might make that a sound. So we're going to pick the top array and its move module, and we're going to toggle it. And then we're going to go here, the bottom array, we're going to go find that, there it is. And we're going to get the move module and we're going to toggle it. And without any further ado, we should be pretty good here other than the sound, because we said we wanted to have this produce some sound according to the directions I was given. Where are we here? So yeah, so we need to find, so I did download that waveform, so we can pull it out here. So we can slap that in, and we just have to go show an Explorer, and just basically showing it in Explorer, open it up. We drop the wave file in here. Now it's a wave file. Okay, so I'm going to go here and open up Audacity. 2 seconds. It's going to open up here. We're going to drop the waveform in here, and then we're going to go, oh, that's what it does. Okay, cool. That's cool, but we're going to export as an MP3. Why? Because MP3s are smaller. And we're just going to go medium. Because again, we don't want anything too big. And we're going to go into Cubesat data. Save. Okay. No, okay. And then we'll grab that back in Cubesat data. Where did it go? Great. There's Cubesat data. Okay. Sorry. And we're going to drop it in here like that. We're going to get rid of the wave file. There we go. Yeah, sounds good. And the game will import it right there. Boom, there we go. So now we can actually have it where we can go back here to this move command. We can pick, instead of bleeping, we don't need that. We don't need that. Actually, that's probably exactly what we wanted, but that's okay. And instead of bleep, we're going to go C-A-R, Karen right there. And we're going to then say the volume is 0.25. That's actually kind of loud, and it's just going to keep playing forever because it's on loop, because that's what people love. All right, and then we're going to go here, and we're going to go active, and we're going to pick, what do I call it? Cubesat bleep? Sure. So we're going to change that probably to signal noise. There we go. And then back here, we are going to change this. Instead of this crazy thing like this, we're going to do that. And we're going to add the key, and we're just going to have it where it starts at 0.9. And the reason for that is because then it kicks up at the start here. So there you go. Super. So this guy should be done. So solar panels extend, and it plays music. How we doing here for number of, what did I do? No, there, and okay, good. I didn't accidentally kill the live stream. All right, hey Felix, welcome to the stream. Welcome everybody. If you haven't had a chance, give the video a like. If you really like seeing a bunch of cool stuff and potentially have me do, what are these things called? Mods and custom parts, etc. Please subscribe to the channel. I have a whole bunch of new content coming in the next couple of days, and then I'm going to be working on trying to plan another live stream probably on the weekend. We'll see. I'm going to possibly be posting a survey on the YouTube channel to say, hey, when's the best time for you guys to watch a live stream for the people who really want to watch? Because I know we have a very international audience, so picking times is always going to be a bit of a challenge. But I do want to try to pick times that are the maximize the number of people who are actually able to make it. So there we go. So we have here, if you haven't quite clicked to what we're doing, we're making CubeSats tonight for our SLS system, and I have been sort of trying to pump through the list. So we've made two so far, which probably took way too long. So we're going to go and see what other CubeSats we have on our list. So I have made number 3. No, I've made number 4. So I should probably just put 1 second here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So number 1 is done. Number 2 should be prefab done. So we'll have a look at that one a bit later. We still have to make Jerry. So we're going to go, we did number 4. And then we also did number 7 is also already done. Why do I think I have an extra CubeSat? Oh, number 11's already been finished. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we're just picking numbers off the list here. All right. So, and I did this on the wrong screen, so you guys didn't see it. But okay, so we're doing pretty good. So this guy's done. Rosh submitted his, so hopefully that one works without any problems. Pretty confident on that. So we're gonna build one of these bigger ones, the Jerry. So what is the Jerry supposed to do? It is just solar panels. Okay. Let's do the Jerry. And we're just gonna call this Jerry Sat because that's what we're going with. We're gonna open it up and it's gonna be Jerry Sat, and we're gonna strip pretty much everything out of Jerry Sat because Jerry Sat is probably the easiest thing to make. Okay, so we're gonna pick a metal. I'm gonna switch that to metal. There we go. And then I'm gonna actually look at what Jerry Sat looks like. And that's Jerry Sat. So he's 2x2, so I gotta make him on the center and 2 parts on the top and bottom. Okay. So 0.4 by 0.4. There we go. And then we're gonna go here, copy the core, and we're gonna call it, I'm gonna call it top flange. There we go. And that top flange is gonna go like this, and it's gonna go up to 5, out to 5. It's gonna generate a mesh like that, and this is supposed to be darker. So there we go. And then copy that top flange. We're gonna call it the bottom flange because it's at the bottom. And it's just gonna go all the way down. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then we're going to generate that mesh. All right. I'm thinking this needs to be 4.5. 4.5, 4.5. All right. Great mesh. Nope, that's too wide. 4.25. Generate mesh. No, you know what? It was 4. I just didn't hit the mesh generation. Yeah, there we go. That's pretty close to Jerry, isn't it? Yeah. Although Jerry's got some other stuff there. Okay, and then we're just going to bring this down here like so. And like so. Generate. We're going to switch that from flat to flat facing. Actually, we're going to put edges, I think. What do we got here in the edges? No, I think, yeah. Okay, there we go. And then here, instead of flat, we're going to call it flat smooth 4. There we go. And flat smooth 4 again. You know what? Maybe make him smooth as well instead of edges. Smooth. There we go. Okay, so that's Jerry. Jerry's this lovely container. We don't need the waveform signal noise. Oh shoot, did I just do it? Dang it. Oh, I didn't just do that, did I? Yeah, I did. Okay, so we're just going to fix all this in a second. Yeah, that's one thing you gotta watch out for when you're doing this, is that you don't accidentally open the wrong thing. There we go. We'll just leave that there for a second. I gotta fix this other CubeSat. Apologies. This will take a moment to fix. Not too long though, because I didn't do anything drastic. I just delete. Yeah. We're gonna go here to 5, 5, and this is 0.5, and this is 0. We're gonna generate the mesh. There we go. We're gonna go here. We're gonna pick SCN nuclear. There we go. And then we're going to change this to flat. Flat. There we go. And that's been solved. That mistake. We're going to go back to JerrySat now. Welcome back to JerrySat version 2.0. We're going to go to the core and we're going to basically repeat everything we just did. So we're going to go metal 4, I think is what we wanted. Yeah. We're going to pick edges smooth. Edges smooth. There we go. Edges smooth. We're going to shrink it down, and then we're going to bring it out to 4, bring it out to 4. And like that, we have corrected all the mistakes that I just made. Okay, so now panel 1, 2 we do not need, so we can get rid of this in these move commands. Panel left, panel right, gone, good. And we delete these panels, panel there. We keep the core. We don't need the audio. We don't need the bleeping because we're going to take that out. There we go. No bleeping for Jerry. No bleeping Jerry. All right, top flange detached surface is there. Now, since it's a bigger one, we do need to make the detached surface bigger. So we do need to make it 0.25 and negative 0.25. Yeah, otherwise it would not fully detach and that would be bad. Also, since JerrySat is bigger, we're going to actually make him twice as big. And when we go back to this bottom flange, with the detach command here, where is it? It's here, right? So detach surface. Okay, detach surface, and we're gonna up it to 1. That's because Jerry Can is bigger and heavier, so we're gonna give him a bit more oomph than some of the other ones. All right. We'll take a 2-second here stretch because then we're gonna go check back at the drawing. There it goes, and at the panel that comes out slightly off-centered. Okay. So this is where we're going to go and just delete this. Yeah, we're gonna delete it. Delete this. We're gonna delete this. We're gonna delete that. And we're gonna delete this. I don't know why there's a... Don't need delete that. Okay. So we got JerrySat. JerrySat's super happy. And now we gotta add panels. Now, we're gonna steal the panels from one of our other satellites because, again, less work that we have to do, the better. So we're gonna go back to nuclear and we're gonna steal the top array. That's right. We're stealing the top array from another satellite. That's what we do here. At Pico Space, we just take technology and we reuse it just like NASA. Too soon? Not even close. All right. Yeah, there we go. English. 0. Okay, and then we're gonna move him down. Why is this? Oh shoot! No. Somebody needs to tell me when I start doing stuff. Okay, open up the jerry can. Now do this. There we go. All right, this is 0. We're gonna drag this down here. I'm gonna drag it here, and we're gonna stick them on like so. Make sure he's actually attached. So we're gonna actually do this 0.17. Yeah, good enough. Go, and then this is the right array. Okay, and we want it a little bit lower. Oh, we don't actually have to see this part, so we can actually get rid of this whole thing. Okay. You just want the array. That's how old school we are. So we can just dump that whole thing. There we go. The array, we're going to go 0, 0, and go 1, 1. There we go. That's a giant array. Look at that lovely array. And we're just going to now change it to where we need it to go. So number 1 is it's going to be 0.25. No. 0.25. There we go. And it's going to go up. Oh, apparently smaller. Okay. 0.2. Yeah. And then we're just going to go here. You know what? Let's do it slightly differently here. Rather than having it really weird numbers and everything else. Let's actually make it proper. So the width is going to be 3 by 3, and the height is going to be 0 to 0.25. Generate mesh. Okay. That's not what I want to do. Shoot. Kind of. Oh, almost. 0.5. Generate the mesh. Nope. 0.4. See what I'm trying to do in a second here. 3. 3 is too much. 3.5. There we go. Alright, so if we put it there, we can then go up here and we can say the height is 0.5. There we go. Stick this guy right here. 0.1. Okay. Then our move command can simply be the x-axis, like so. Scale, x-axis, 0 to 1, 10 seconds, and we're going to pick the array. So when the array is 0, launches at 0, then 0.25. There we go. Oh, it's not 1. It's 5. Edit key 0.5. There we go. And we apply the animation again. Yeah, there we go. And then 0.5. It gets bigger. And then 0.75. And as always, 1 at the end. And that's our fully deployed Jerry. And kind of want to be a little bit smaller than that. Let's just go edit key here, 0.9, just to hide that last solar panel behind the body. Apply. Perfect. Boom. There we go. So that's the Jerry sat. Don't know why we have it, but there it is. It works. And we're going to zero that out like so. Make that 0. We'll hit apply animation, so the solar panel's away. So when it clicked, it's going to detach, and then it's going to deploy the solar panel. And there you go. That's the Jerry. Super. All right, so that is, as we go here in our list of things, that is number 3 off the list. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 off the list. So we've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, no, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we're going to move to 5. So 5 is a very similar one. It basically, again, solar panels extending out with two cubes on the side. Okay, so we can do that. We're going to head back to our CubeSats. We're going to take the Jerry because that's the closest one to it. And we're going to go here to Jerry. What did this one call it? They had some really strange name for it. I shouldn't say strange. It's in a language I do not know. I believe this is supposed to be Korean. So we're going to call it the, I don't know, Kong My Song. I'm going to call it the K4. That way, hopefully I will not offend anybody if I do that. All right. And then we're going to call this one here K4 CubeSat. All right, so this guy here basically is very similar. However, he is designed differently. Basically rotate everything around, right? Right. So, okay. So the core here is actually going to go here, here. Oh, it's going to do it. No. Okay. 5, 0.5. Okay. Generate mesh. We're going to pick up the mesh. We're going to pick array. It's going to come out with the array that's not great. So we're going to make with 1, 1, 1. We're going to generate the mesh. And then we're going to go up here. I'm going to go 0.5. 0.5, bring it back down to size, but now at least it has a smaller array. And then we're going to go here, call it -1, because we want to go into the background. Okay, cool. Now we're going to take these guys here, and we are going to remaneuver them to being on the side, like so. And this is going to be mesh. We're going to go here, pick white, and we're going to grab this guy and do the same thing over here, right there. There we go. There we go. And we're going to generate the mesh, and we're going to pick white. Oh yeah, we're really moving now. How fast can you make a CubeSat? Okay, so that's the CubeSat. Look back here. How do you actually have it? Most of the way up and down, and then the outside's a bit small. Okay, so we're going to go here and here, generate mesh. So, yeah, and then we'll bring this guy up to 0.05, 0.045, generate that mesh, and we're going to do the same here. 0.05, add another 5 on the back end of that one, and generate mesh here. Okay, which then comes to the array. Now this one here, we're going to set up as 2 arrays because this one here has slightly different array setup. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to go 1 and spread the array out, and we're going to rework this array. So this array height is going to be 0.05. Oops. Go. Generate the mesh. Nope. And we're going to go 1, 1. Okay. And we're just going to go back here, have a look. So we can say 0.9, 0.9. Okay, so y is 0.9. Okay. That's 0. 0.05, right? Nope. 2.5. Okay. And that's going to be -2 because it needs to go behind everything else. Generate the mesh. There we go. So that's pretty good, but I did want to shrink this down 0.025, and then I'm going to move this all over here, like so. And then here we're gonna do something similar. We're gonna go 2, and then we're gonna make that, instead of that, it's gonna be 5, 2, 4, like that. Generate mesh. Yeah, it's pretty good. 2. And then this is gonna go up like this. Come on. Okay. So there we go. That's one panel. So that's array on the left. And then we're gonna go this, copy this, and we're gonna go array on the right. And then the array on the right is just simply the same thing, but we're going to slide it all the way over here to the right. There we go. And then we're going to double check that detached surface on the bottom here. And we're just going to shrink it down slightly to 1, 225. Yeah, 225. Okay. 225. Have I lost anybody in the chat? I'm really moving here. We got a couple more we have to go. So that's what they submitted. that's what we currently have. This is, we're going to say 0.25, 0.25. And the reason we're doing this is because we're going to make this 2, and we're going to make this 1.8 by 1.8. Generate mesh. There we go. That's more cubes. More cubes of solar panel goodness. All right. So now we need to animate this. Okay, so before we had scale. So if we did this and we did 0, we see the array would go bye-bye. And if we did, let's say 0.5, just check to see what it actually looks like. Oops, it went nuts because I forgot to correct for the numbers, which is 0.02. Okay, so we'll have to go back here, correct the x to edit 0.2. I think the x is actually 2.5. Yeah. Oh no, what happened? What happened? Okay, 0.025 and 0.2. Why did it move? Negative 0.6. Okay. I was gonna, you know what? 6.1. Go 6.1. Okay, so obviously this is not doing what I wanted because it's just gone way too big. All right, apply animation. So that's the right version of animation at 0.25. Okay. So if I go 1, apply animation, it's not quite. Oh, 0.25. Okay. So doing it that way clearly did not do what I wanted. So the answer is I can add different textures in. I just would have to make them. That's why I asked for people to um, send in texture files, because making textures, it takes like 20-30 minutes, and nobody wants to watch me try to do art for 20-30 minutes just to make a texture. So that's why I was saying send me in the textures. So now I just got to figure out how to make this panel disappear in a good way, because clearly when it shrinks down, it does not. Okay, so we know this is the animation that we need, and we're going to duplicate this element and apply it to the left as well, or to the right. But we're going to need to add another animation in here, and it's going to need to be a position, and the Y is going to stay wherever the Y is. Okay, so we need to go find out what the Y is. 0.05. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to basically have the panels shrink down. So here, edit key 0.05. Oops, don't add a key. Edit the key. So what we're doing is we're basically going to have it where as the panel shrinks, it's going to actually move into the object. So we know at the end here, we edit here, it's 0.61. And then when it's here, it's going to go to some number that we're going to figure out. So if we apply animation, nothing moves. Oh, it's upset. Why is it upset? Because I didn't set it right. Okay. I'm going to say the left array. Apply animation. Nope. Ah, boo-booed. That is negative. All right, apply animation. And then when we go to 0 and we hit apply animation, it's gone. But we're going to go 0.1. Where'd it go? Okay, so one array has totally disappeared on us. Great. Where is it? Oh, it's inside. Okay. So it went where we wanted it to. This one did not. Okay. Let's see if we can just do that. maybe we got lucky. Let's see how lucky we got. Right. Okay. Apply animation. And it's gone. Okay. So we go 0.2, apply animation, 0.3, apply animation. Okay, one is coming out. Why is only one? And apparently I don't know how to spell. Only one's coming out because I didn't make the other one negative. Right. Edit key. No. Here. 0, 2. Oh, this is a scale. Sorry, position. I guess because one's going one way, the other one's got to go the other way. Apply. There we go. Okay, 0.4. Apply. This is 0.5. Apply. 0.6. Yeah, we're just, 0.75 at this point. I think we're pretty safe. And then 0.9. Apply. And then 1. There we go. Perfect. All right, so that's going to deploy those chutes as well. Okay. Yeah, there we go. So that's that. So we got 2 big ones. Those are done. And what number was this? This was entry number 5. Okay. So we move on to entry number 6, as we're just going to quickly try to get these done as fast as possible. So Felix, can you test fly the SLS? Yeah, so we're going to test fly it at the end of the stream with the CubeSats in it and hope that the CubeSats launch. That's the plan anyway. So hopefully it's going to go good. I'm going to check here, delete some stuff. We're still live streaming. It's saying it's not happy. It's saying it's going to buffer a bit. Oh, well, okay. Let me know if it's kind of slowly down. And I will see what I can do on my end, although not always much. I'm going to close Discord, though. I think I'm Discord. Yeah, I think we can close it. Okay. Right. We're back to CubeSat data. Yeah, so we need this guy. All right. So we're building another CubeSat because we got a bunch of CubeSats to go. All right, so this one here is just going to, yeah, we're gonna grab this guy here again because it's basically this one here, and he did say it was something, didn't he? Aerospace 10. Okay. Aerospace -10. Okay. And we're gonna call this the TT Cube Sat. There we go. We're going to say show in folder. It's going to pop up a folder over here. I'm just going to open up Aerospace 10. I'm going to drop this in the space. It's going to update it in a second. There we go. And I do know I have this other panel I made. Copy that. Actually, there we go. Okay. And then I can get rid of this guy here. Yeah. And I can get rid of this guy here. Yeah. And then I'm going to take this guy here and I'm going to call him TT Cube. And this guy over here, TT Cube. And the TTC is now going to be the TT. There we go. Cube right there, like so. And then this panel is going to be the AERO space panel. There we go. Okay, so when we open up TT Cube here, we can then just simply go to the core. And in the core, we can change it here to TT. CPC TT. Yeah, there's the cube. And then the panel on the right-hand side, we can change that to the panel, which is here. No. Oh, not the cube. What do we actually call it? CPC, right? Okay. And that should, if I set this to 1, it's not finished. Apply animation. Oh, I missed one. Okay. And we're going to call this here. Nope, sail cube. Okay, cool. Now, these panels here, this one definitely needs to be 180. 180. Oh, that's not going to work. How about -1? There we go. Okay, so is that going to cause me a problem? Probably, but that's okay. Now, when we look at this guy, we see that he's only about a little bit of the way, so we got to make these. Cancel that. Okay, so we need to make him a bit smaller, so we're going to bring him down to about here and to about there. No, that's too much. 0, 5. I only wanted to bring him there, there, and by reference, there we go. He's got to be thinner too, which means he's oops. Oh, we'll move him over in a second. To generate mesh, so that's smaller. One. Gonna keep flipping it, isn't it? All right. So how do we fix that? In here. I think we do that. Let's try that. Generate mesh. I go -1. I generate the mesh. It does. It stays. Okay, cool. Okay, so I made it 0.2, 0.2. So that means that on X position, it's got to move 0.1. Negative 0.1, right? Nope. 0, 1. Nope. 5? Nope. 2, 5. There you go. Negative 0.25. And that's going to go too far. Okay. And then we generate mesh. Okay, so that's good. And you know what? We're just going to delete this other panel here. I'm going to duplicate this one. Save me some time. Right. And then here we're going to go 1. Oh, well, that explains why that had to be done. Okay. There we go. And then that's our little tiny CubeSat. And then we just have to do the panels. 2. I'm going to go back here to panel right. Now these are positioned, but this actually folds open like a book. Sort of see here, it flips open. And it probably does it very fast. So we're going to remove the positions, I think. We'll leave them in there for a second. We're going to add here, we're going to add a scale. Right? Yeah. Scale. Why is it not letting me do it? Oh. Oh, we got a problem. What did I do? Panel right, panel left. Well, let's do this. Worst comes to worst. Okay. We're going to delete all this. That. Edit this one. Okay. I'm going to move that all the way over to here. 80%. Okay. Done. Okay, so here we're going to add, and we're going to pick scale. It's upset about something. Is it upset about this? No, it's not upset about that. We're just going to delete the bleeps and delete. We still have the audio, which is the legs deploy. Okay. I did a whole bunch of stuff, and now it's upset. Why is it upset? Oh. Okay. Cubesat move. Okay. Upset about this. Why would it be upset about that? Huh. Okay, well, the solution to that is simple. Remove the whole component. And then add it back in. No, it's still giving me errors. All right. We may have gone a little too aggressive on this one here. Yeah, it's upset about something in this whole thing. What is it upset about? All right, 1 second. Sometimes you just have to restart Unity Editor and magic problems go away. We'll see. Oh, bye, Cedric. See you later. We're doing pretty good here. How many more sats? I think we're almost done. Satellites. Okay, good. Open this one here. It's probably coming up with an error. Is there an error in here? Hopefully not. Okay. Space-10. And there we go. Yeah, I've done that a couple times using the task manager to close Unity. It's happened. Not often, but it's sometimes things go really badly. All right, scale. So the Y scale. So we're gonna do scale. We gotta figure out the numbers. So Y -1, 1. Okay. So with any luck, I just have to scale this down. All right. So we're gonna pick the right side or left side. Sorry, first, because I know that one there, and it's gonna go from Y. It's gonna 1 to 1. It's not gonna do anything. Here, it's gonna go 0 to edit key -1. There we go. But instead of starting at 0, we're gonna edit key. We're gonna say 0.9. Okay. Oh shoot. Edit key. 0.90. There we go. Okay. And then we're going to duplicate this like so. And we're going to change this from -1, edit key, to just 1 because it's the other side. We're going to change this to the right side. There we go. And we're going to make this again 10 seconds. And then we're going to add here a active. We're going to pick our audio source right there. And we're going to put in here this cool little waveform. Edit key 0.9. 9. Go here. Edit key 0.95. Oops. Wait. 0.95. 1. And then we're going to have one more here, which is edit key at 1. It's going to be equal to 0 because we don't want to continue making that sound. Once the move's done, I'm just going to make this one here, say 0.8. It's a little bit past. There we go. Okay, so if we do that, we're going to go 0.5 and it's going to close. All right, 0.85. It's going to have there. 0.9. It's going to be there. 0.91. Dang it. Not this again. I want it to flip open. Flip open. Flip open. All right. This is 0.95. Yeah, okay, it's gonna do that. Ah, shoot. Okay, and then 1 is in the right spot. It is. That's annoying. Okay. What if I do 0? Yeah. Okay, so not the end of the world. It just means I have to add another silly set of movement commands. This is normally, if you're doing this, you set things and scale them properly and all that stuff, and then they're a lot easier to do. Actually, you know what? Can I change the anchor position? Anchor position for left panel is here. Key. And then Y is just 0, actually. 0. Don't care. How about that? Apply animation. Oops, upset. Okay, apparently not. Don't use that. We'll have to do it the less fun way. Okay, so panel left. I'm gonna go to 0 to edit key negative 0.25. Okay, and Y is just equal to 0. Okay. Okay, and then we're gonna double this. We're gonna make it the right panel, and we're just gonna change this here to edit key 0.25. And then we're gonna go to 0.91, and we're gonna hope that this is not even close to being in the right spot. Come on. All right, how about now? Okay. 9.2. 9.3. 9.4. Is it even going to come out? Like, is this going to be... There it is, 9.4. Okay. 5. 6. And then 7. 8. 9. Okay, so that's good. But I want to have it where it's not 0.91. Oops. 91. Where actually are these and how off are they? They are nowhere near. Okay, so that's... They should be closer to here. So 0.09. Let's do that. Negative 0.09. Okay. Oh, what did I just do? Scale. No. Don't get pokey. All right. Apply animation. Now where are they? Okay. So that means that at 2, we should start seeing them. There we go. And at 5, they should be pretty much out. There we go. And then 7, 5. Pretty good. And 1. Super. Okay. Done. Double check the detached surface. Perfect. Okay, so this guy is also done. Hey, ED. I'm just quickly firing through all the CubeSats that we had submitted. So this was number 6 on the list, so it's done. So I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is done. 2 we have to double check because it's from Bree. But we have number 7 is done. This was submitted. Number 8. Okay, this is Epic Chicken's submission. It looks exactly like that. And it's a square CubeSat that. Oh no, it's okay. It's I see how he did it. Okay, so Epic CubeSat. All right. That we're gonna leave chickens for a bit later. He's got text on it and stuff, and I don't want to have to do that at this point. We are running a little bit late already. So I will fix that up. Let's jump to 9. Is 9 any easier? 9's a little easier-ish. Okay, let's just do that. Because I've already sort of half pre-made 9. Sales, that's the scale. Okay, so if we go here, we have the core, and then we have create a new empty, and this is going to be the sail. And this can get very fancy, but we're just going to make it quickly tonight, and then I'll update it later. And it's going to be 45-degree angle, add a component, and it's just going to be a simple, we can make it custom pipe. I like custom pipes. I don't know why I do it, but there we go. And then it's not in the right spot. Now I hate them. I hate them with a passion. No, that's okay. And then we're gonna add a pipe mesh of the pipes. There we go. And the pipe mesh data is going to be the sail. And this is where it's going to get the sail. There we go. The shape is going to be flat. It has to be flat. There we go. And it's going to be base depth of -1 because it has to go behind the thing. Now, I want this centered. So in order to do that, I have to go position, position. So instead of 0, 0, I need -1, and then 2, 2, right? Generate mesh. And that's going to center it there. And then if I bring it up, I'm bringing it up by 0.025. Nope. 25. Now it's centered on it. 0. I'm going to go -10 here. How about that? There we go. So this is going to go up quite big. So 7 by 7. I think is what it's supposed to be. Yeah, there we go. And then this here, if we rotate it, should be right there. So it is okay, negative 45 degrees. No, it is negative 45 degrees. Negative 45 degrees. Okay. No. Come on. All right, so we're just trying to figure this out here. 0, 1. No. 0.1. That's probably it there. I want to say 2.5, but that's moving it too far over. 0.5. 0.75. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And that's the CubeSat fully expanded out. that's how we're doing. Ray Trade Gaming, welcome to the stream. Hopefully everyone is having a good time. Again, please give likes to the stream if you're enjoying it and watching me suffer greatly at trying to make this thing work. Okay, so this is a massive sail. There's no easy way of saying this. This is a massive sail. We're gonna delete that. Delete. Move that up here like this. Do that. Okay. So this is a giant sail that's going to come out. And the big issue we have on this one here is that it's supposed to actually give some velocity to this thing. So we actually have to, in this CubeSat, in this tiny CubeSat, put fuel and an engine of some sort. So that's what it's going to be. And the engine is basically this giant sail. All right, so we're going to create a variable. We're going to call this sail deploy. We're going to go here. It's going to be set to 0. And then we're going to go time here is going to actually be the sail deploy. So as it deploys the sail, it's going to increase the thrust because obviously no sail, no thrust. Okay, we're going to add here. This one's going to be relatively simple. It is a scale. It's going to pick the sail here. And we're going to go from 0 to 7. 7. There we go. And then we're also going to go here. We're going to 0 to, again here, 7. Because it's supposed to be a 7 meter wide. I think that's 7 meters, right? I may have just made it 14. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It's 20. Well, it's 20. Let's just leave it at that. It's that time of night where I'm like, nope, we're good. It still works. It still technically does what it's supposed to do. So that's gonna go there. I do want this to deploy over 45 seconds. The reason for the long deployment is because this is going to get really, really big. When you look at the CubeSat, which is this tiny little cube, and this, if I have this deploy quickly, it's gonna smack everything, and that's not good. I need to also add a collider on this. So collider module, and this collider module is going to be low because it is a sail. Anything hits this thing's just going to go kaboom. So don't hit your sail. The detached surface is still good. Yep, so we're good on that side. So if we go to our sail here, we're good. So if we hit apply settings, it's down. And here we go 0.25. Apply it out. You can see here it'll eventually get to being a very big sail. So on this one, animation is very simple, but we do need to add an engine. So we're going to add an engine of some sort. I don't know what kind of engine we're going to build though. I didn't think this one through. So this one here is going to need an engine. It's going to need a flow component. So it's going to need an engine module. It's going to need a flow module, and it's also going to need a resource module because it has to carry its own fuel. And then the resource module is going to kick out a bunch of stuff because we're going to go pick liquid fuel. It's not liquid fuel. What are we going to do here? We're just going to hide the description. That's what we're going to do. No, we can't use liquid fuel. And the reason we can't use liquid fuel, we're going to use solid fuel, is because the RCSs use liquid fuel. And if we use the RCS before we launch this, we're toast. All right. And then we're going to set the mass because we have to set the mass. Okay. So we need a couple variables here. Not the end of the world. We need one's called, oops, come on. And we're going to call it mass. And it's 0.01. Yeah, this thing does not have a lot of fuel. There we go. Okay, so the thrust is going to be 1. The ISP, we're going to put it like 1,000. I know somebody's going to 10,000. Doesn't really matter. The thrust position is 0, 0. It's actually going to be at 0.05, halfway up here. The flow module is going to be engine. It has a gimbal. No, it doesn't have a gimbal. Engine on is there. It's fine. Throttle out, throttle. We don't care. Heat on. Nope. A heat holder is required. All right. Create an empty. We're just gonna call this heat holder, even though it's basically empty. It's just so that there's a heat holder. Game mechanics. So things are going pretty well here. I'm not sure how many people have survived our stream so far. I'm just going to finish up this one. I think I'm going to call it quits for the night. I'm getting a little bit tired. I'll set up another stream and finish up the rest of the CubeSats and set that up. I was hoping to do them all tonight, but they're just taking a bit longer than I was hoping. So let's get this one done, and then we'll launch them, and we'll launch the ones we have, and I'll finish up the others tomorrow. So there we go. Engine on, sure. Throttle out. We don't need that. And we're gonna. I believe I already have these things have a little bit of torque. They have torque. Yeah, they already have the torque and stuff. They're fine. Okay, cool. All right, so this guy's got a little tiny engine that's going to give him way more thrust than he needs. There we go. Yeah, that's 5 times his thrust. His mass. So this guy will, at maximum, will be punching it. As long as you remember which direction the sail's going, you're good. It's going to thrust normal up. Okay. Doesn't have gimbal. Good. Good. Sources. Oh, we need to make a source. So this is a solid fuel. The source is going to be local and not negative. Okay. And here, wet mass is 0.1. Dry mass percentage is going to be, you know what, 0.02, because we actually have to put the fuel in him. Dry mass percentage is going to be 50% of them. He's going to have 100% fuel. There we go. And that's going to be good. Okay, so let's set these guys up. This is a picture, right? Yes, right. Okay. Right. Okay. So let's set these guys up so they're in the right spot. So they're going to go to CubeSat. Where is it? Pico's CubeSat. There we go. So that's one. Mini telescope we're going to do tomorrow because that's mine. I won't get upset if it takes longer. CubeSat K4 is good. Is JerrySat? JerrySat's also good. Okay. ID KeySat. Yep. And these are all in CubeSat pick categories. Okay. Oopsies. Where'd they go? All right. I know he's good. BrioSat. Where's BrioSat? CubeSat. Okay. Really cool satellite. Really cool satellite. Not just a cool satellite, a really cool satellite. All right. And nuclear's in there. Yep. Good, good. I'm just double checking they're in the right spot. Prime. I know he's already in there. He's good. Okay, so double check my Neo Scout because I think that's the one that I just made. And he's in the right spot. Okay, cool. All right, so just double checking that there isn't any crazy errors before we do this. And we're going to put everything together and see how everything goes. So if anyone's made it this far in the stream, we're going to have this launched in a few minutes, and then I'm going to call it quits because I am kind of tired. This was a lot more work than I thought it would be for a stream. Obviously, I'm going to have to finish up some other stuff, but, you know, I should at least launch what I have, right? At least hopefully launch what I have. Hopefully there's no errors. Hopefully it was an error-free. All right. And it looks like we are good now that the CubeSats came up as an error. Okay. So we're going to build pack. It's just over here. I'm going to call this Pico. It's SLS Cubesat. Pretty sure that's how I called it. We're just going to go 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 here. CubeSats, there. Okay. Thank you, Prime 252, for hanging out this long. It's been a little bit crazy. Definitely a bit different than some of my other streams, so hopefully everything's going good. It does take actually a lot longer to make these things than I thought. I thought I could, like, you know, do about 6 an hour, and I was like, worst comes to worst, it'd be like 2 hours. But yeah, I need to sit down and figure out how long it takes to do these things. So I'm gonna have to come back to the stream and so that's the old one I want to get rid of because I don't want to double up or I'll get errors. Yeah, I will get errors. Errors are bad. Okay, so we're gonna jump into Spaceflight Simulator, and hopefully we're not gonna have any errors. And if we have errors, I'm gonna have to figure them out. Although the errors might be figured out tomorrow, just as long as I have some satellites. How many CubeSats do I have? Where are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I don't think aerospace, PW, PW. Oh, I didn't change the name of that one. Okay, that's not the end of the world. I didn't change the name there. I didn't change the name on any of these. Brilliant. Well, that's too bad. We're gonna just launch them and call it a day because nobody cares about the name that much. I'll change it later. But apparently Breeze satellite didn't get loaded. Huh. That's interesting. All right. Well, we're gonna slap these satellites in here. we got the bigger one here. Okay. Put the other big one on the other side here. Okay. We got the cell phone. And we got this guy here. So that's what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we have 8 of the satellites done. I'll have to figure out why Breeze didn't load, or Brioche. And then I'll do the other 2 satellites, which were ones that I came up with, so I'm not going to cry too much about it. I think there's only one that we didn't finish that somebody else had requested. So we did this one. This is one of mine. That one's there. Oh, right, the chicken one, because I have to figure out putting the letters and stuff, and that's not straightforward. So, but there we go. So, there we go. All right, everybody, if you're still here in the chat, thank you for sticking around. We're going to launch this rocket and launch these CubeSats into LEO and which one is it here? The cell phone one here. We need to launch it and see if it actually will escape low Earth orbit. So let's do this and hope nothing breaks. I still have to figure out why the boosters kick up to 250 though. That's an odd one. But anyhow. Alright, so hopefully I don't kill everyone's sound. It would have loaded if it said, yeah, I'm sure it would have. I don't know, no, I don't know why it's not working. It's not. I'll get it working. Just, yeah, that's fine. So, this is what we currently have. We're still missing the launch escape system at the top of the SLS, and the bottom of the rocket needs to fix. And then, obviously, some lines on the 2 boosters. But overall, it seems to work, and it seems to run well. So, we're going to get the low Earth orbit here, and then we're going to launch the CubeSats. And, is it loud? Like, is it really loud? Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. I should have said, hey guys, it might get very, very loud very quickly. Alright. You know what? Let's just do this. Revert to launch. Okay, let's do it properly, but this time not so loud. Okay, so here's the great moment. We're going to send the CubeSats into low Earth orbit, and then we're going to see if that SailSat can get into escape orbit, because it's supposed to go to some near-Earth asteroid, so who knows where it's going to go. I don't know if we give it enough fuel. We'll find out. And apologies again for making that way too loud. So as we go here, and slowly rotate the rocket. Now, I still think the rocket has too much fuel. It might be because it's designed to carry a lot more than this little satellite is. But like I did a little test launch earlier today to make sure everything's more or less working. And I found that it got to low Earth orbit with a lot of fuel left. Like, take me to the moon and back fuel. Um, so, we'll see about that. All right. Still going here. We're halfway through the boosters. So you're saying rocket engine, bottom of the spacecraft, rocket engine, cubesats, rocket engine, SLS, rocket engine. Yeah, pretty much. Rocket engine this, rocket engine that. There's the boosters, all that stuff. So I just gotta pay attention here because we do need to try to get at least a half decent lift. And once I lose the boosters, that's it. The boosters are done. There we go. The boosters will get us almost all the way to orbit, to be honest. Or not orbit, I guess to the atmosphere. So, as I said, oh, you can barely make out the words. Yeah, I'm sorry. It'll get quieter in a second. There we go. Hopefully this is quieter now because those boosters are just loud. And here we are heading up. We've reached space. Our main issue right now is that we want to get into, I said low Earth orbit. We're not going to be in low Earth orbit. We're going to be in some crazy high orbit because, well, this is SLS. And SLS, like, this is the thing I'm wondering. Like, I'm thinking I should be almost out of fuel by now. But I still have like half a tank of fuel, so you know, I'm not sure. This is gonna go to the Alpha team tonight, and they're gonna have to sort of figure it out over the next day or two, and why I have so much fuel. It might be because I'm supposed to have fuel. I don't know. It just seems kind of odd that I get up. I'm in space and I still have 50% tank of gas. Obviously the boosters are gone, but the boosters are meh. Who cares? Okay, so there we go. And we're just gonna go all the way over here just because I feel like it. Yay. All right. So that we're actually pointing up when I do this rather than pointing down. All right. So we have it here where we have the SLS main core and the Orion upper stage. So we're just going to straighten out here. Now there's stacked 4 engines in here. So it looks like 2, but there's actually 4. So just keep that in mind. There we go. Turn it there. And there we go. And here is Orion. Woo! Orion. Well, it's the ICPS and Orion. But we don't actually care about Orion right now. Orion's basically in a holding pattern. For this video, we can just click over here, switch to this guy, and we'll put out the solar panels. There we go. And we're gonna go back to this guy here, and we're gonna rotate him slightly. And now there's music playing. Why? Oh, goody. I may have done something weird. Oh, one of our satellites is trying to escape. Okay. Oops. So one of our satellites kind of is escaping. I accidentally clicked on it through the box. I have to maybe fix that. Oh, well. There's our first satellite going. He's going to go and figure out the sound. Now, hopefully you can hear him. Can you actually hear him? Because I turned down the volume from the giant rocket sounds. I'm just going to double check here. Sorry, it kicks out whenever I do this. Yeah, I'm just going to turn it up. There we go. No, right there. Okay, how's that? So it's off on its mission to record stuff, and we're going to send the solar sail next. And it's going to go. Oh, it has the beeping. Okay. So I'm going to switch over here. Yeah, he's getting kind of big. Ignition is on. I don't know if he's got fuel. I don't know how fast it's going to be for him to actually use that fuel. Uh-oh. I told you this was going to get really big really quickly, right? I also don't know which direction he's going. Oh, geez. Alright, so I have no visual indicator to say this is actually running or not. And the solid fuel is still at 0. But it says its throttle is 100%. And it is speeding up. So maybe? I don't know. Anyway, we're going to go back to this guy here. So there's 2 satellites, two of them gone. Obviously we need to not have them launch that close together. So we're going to, sorry for the noise. Gonna get out of the way here a bit. There we go. Oh, no, don't do it, don't do it. I can't slow down. Oh no. Our cubesats are now been thrown into space. Yeah, I don't have reverse thrusters on that. Well, that's not good. Like, I can still deploy them, but they don't have that forward push now. Oh, jeez. No. Okay, we're gonna revert to launch. 1 second here. I'd like to apologize to your ears. We don't do that. Engine off, engine off. Okay. We're just gonna very quickly put this into orbit. Oh, and we lost it. Okay, apparently we lost both boosters. Well, too bad. Boosters I don't need. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even know why we have boosters on this rocket. Like, it's not needed. Okay. So we're going to launch this again, and we're going to not space the entire rocket. Okay. Okay, so we're going to get Orion this time safely away. We're going to engage the engine. What just exploded? Oh, did I just blow up all my cubesats? No, tell me I didn't just blow up the cubesats. No, I still have them. All right, we're good. But this time we're going to point them away from Orion and not launch at Orion. Okay, so we're going to launch this guy first. And he's going to completely destroy everything. Cool. Cool. There's definitely some technical problems here. I need to revert to build for that one. Who sent me that one? Who sent me one that just absolutely kills everything? All right, we're going to delete you. Who Prime? Who sent that one? Who sent that little trinket of fun? Because this is how big it is, by the way. Just so you're aware that it is twice as big as what it's supposed to be. And I'm just going to move that guy closer to the center too. And this guy apparently has that thing sticking out. Great. Okay, whatever. Launch. We're just going to figure this out. Welcome to Orion 3.0. Yeah, yours kind of exploded. So we're going to launch that last. Sorry, we're going to launch yours last because it exploded and took out the entire All right. So we're gonna get that out of the way. We're gonna get this out of the way. This here, we're gonna switch to it. There we go. And we're gonna send him on his way. Well out of the way of any satellites exploding. There we go. Back here, switch to this guy. Pop the top off because we don't want it anymore. Click here. And now we have again our 7 satellites and our booster rocket. We're going to use to just get us out of the way of everything. Cool. Okay, let's see if we can do this one more time with effect. But we're just going to, again, time warp over here. That gives time for everything to just sort of float out of the way. All right. There we go. I cannot believe we had to do this 3 times. All right, let's see if we can launch these satellites and not have them try to take each other out. New respect for NASA. All right, so let's launch this guy first. Huzzah! He worked. He worked exactly how he's supposed to. And away he goes. And hopefully we don't hit him on the way out. All right, next we're going to fire is the Jerry because, well, it's funny. We just have to make sure we're not rotating when we do this. There we go. And Jerry is on his way as well. Woo! We're actually getting satellites into space now. All right, so those 2 are done. We're going to maneuver a little bit differently here. Just again, so we don't fly into things because it'll take time for them to float away since they have no real power. Next we're going to do is we're going to launch this guy over here. Now this guy's going to make some music, so away he goes. And I do not know why he does it backwards, but there you go. Whatever, he's working. Perfect. All right, we're going to cycle around one more. There we go. Gives time for those cubesats to apparently float away, maybe? I don't know. They're all over the place now. All right, we're going to launch this guy here. There we go. Is he going to do anything? Oh, right, yeah, he's the one that pops open at the end of 10 seconds. So we have to wait the whole 10 seconds, and then boop, boop, anytime now. Tell me it's not broken. He might be broken. Well, yeah, he's broken. Okay, I'll have to fix him. Yes, sabotage was all the attention, eh? All right, we're gonna send off our other giant cube thing. There we go. And he's off, and he's doing a good job. He's pretty basic. So we've only had 1 failed launch, and 1 CubeSat that's not really doing what it's supposed to be doing. All right, so we're going to go and put him into a bit of a lower orbit, just so we have time here. And away he goes. And he's going to make some beeping noises. So if you're on headphones, close your ears because we're going to engage the thrusters again. All right, now we're going to launch this guy here, and he's going to come up with a giant sail, and I'm going to turn his engine on, and we're going to see if he actually does anything. He does get quite big. Oh, there's so much music because of all the little satellites. There you go. Okay, so he's there. I have no idea if his engine actually works or not. Should have added something to indicate the engine was on. Anyhow. Well, if the engine's on, it doesn't do very much, so we'll have to play around with that. Which brings us to our last guy here. Come on. And he's not. Oh yeah, he's going. He's just going really, really slowly. Really slowly. Like 25x. There we go. Let's get him off the thing. And into space he goes. So he's on his way. And now, since the ICPS doesn't need anything else, we're just going to deorbit this guy in a second here. So we got our little satellites all floating around. That one's the only one you're really going to see. As we deorbit burn this device. And then we're going to go and find out where we put the module, which we should have probably named. Oh shoot, I'm going the wrong direction. I'm not even burning the wrong way. Oh well. That's okay. Alright, he's going to deorbit. Now let's see if we can figure out all this stuff. Which one is the CubeSat? Go here. Switch to. What is he? No, he's a satellite. Oh, there we go. That wasn't not too bad. So yeah, so this is the 5. This is the Orion capsule with the engine it has, and the European Space Module. So this is kind of neat. A lot of thanks to Prime 252 for making the capsule look not like garbage from my initial attempt. But we're going to deorbit him too. And the only reason why we're going to do this is because, well, I'm going to show you guys what it's going to look like when it lands, and then that's going to be it for me. I got to fix some of the stuff from tonight, and the Alpha team's going to get the SLS to test it out to make sure everything's working, and we'll fix up the rest of the satellite and give it to you guys soon. So thank you for sticking around. I know it's quite late for some of you, so yep, kind of crazy. And this engine is so weak. Like, the RCSs are more powerful, although the RCSs do eat fuel like you wouldn't believe. There we go. Okay. And let's get almost all the way to Earth. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that. I gotta get it off. I want to. Oh, shoot. I gotta do that way. There we go. Woo! almost messed that one up. Yeah, the European Space Module is what ejects the capsule. So there we go. So we're coming in a reasonable temperature. We shouldn't overheat. Shouldn't. Hi, Montreal Aerospace. Welcome to the stream. Kind of near the end of it, but that's okay. You get to watch this lovely finale as I try to land this. And then I'll have to figure out the couple CubeSats that didn't work tomorrow and why they didn't. So there we go. So this is the Orion capsule coming into Earth. And then if we click here, we can actually deploy the parachute. I set it for 5,000. It has a drogue chute, and then it has 3 small parachutes in it. So that's kind of neat. And as soon as we hit 5,000, and we're just going to speed this up because otherwise it's very, very slow. There we go. Hi, Dalla. Welcome to the stream. We're just finishing up with a little bit of an Orion capsule demonstration here as it's coming into Ortland. So I repurposed the Mega Shoot deorbiter into this capsule. So it works a little bit differently than the Mega Shoot deorbiter. It does slow down at a higher altitude of 5,000, but about I think 750, it converts itself into three small uh, parachutes for the final landing, which actually gives it a little bit more slowing down. Because right now we're coming in pretty hot at 11 kilometers an hour. So if there's any other questions anyone has, etc., please let me know. Basically, at this point, I'm going to fix up these CubeSats and I'm going to release them as a CubeSat pack. My rover slash colony pack, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to call it yet. Oh, thank you for the capsule design. Prime 252, I'm going to say deserves about a good 90% of the kudos for the capsule design, because my initial capsule design um, looked awful and he made it look a lot better, and then I just went and tweaked it to make it functional. So yeah, definitely Prime 252 gets a lot of credit for the capsule design. And as we come in here to about 750, we drop the drogue chute, woo, and then we have these small little parachutes that really slow down the craft as we head towards the bottom. Yeah. Yeah, so this is the original parachutes. I just tripled them up. And then the other one is the Mega Shoot deorbiter. I cut a hole in the top and then I made it so that the back sort of flips a bit. And then it comes in here to land. Now, I can actually do this, which is drop the heat shield. Boom. Don't know why you'd want to do that, but you can. Um, and then we can land on this. I don't know if it can actually land without the heat shield. We're going to find out. It might explode. No, it landed. Boom. Angry Orion capsule landed. Win-win. Now let's see if we can actually quit. Exit the Space Center. Hey, okay, there we go. Awesome. So I'm gonna write some notes up here. Picks up this CubeSat. This guy here was supposed to have an engine, and oh, I know what happened. I didn't actually put in this particular piece of code to turn the engine on. engine module, toggle engine. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, the parachute thing was pretty cool. I like doing I made it originally just three, and then somebody mentioned it should have a drogue chute, so I put the drogue chute in there. Um, so now this one's gonna work because it'll actually have an engine. Because originally it didn't. That was a bit of a mistake. Um, yeah, thank you very much. Thank you everybody for staying this late. I'm gonna try to work out a different schedule for next week for live streaming. Probably stream more often but shorter, but actually have very concrete. We're doing this streams for people rather than watch me do stuff that is absolutely cuckoo crazy. Um, and for the alpha team, you're gonna get the SLS package as is in a few minutes to sort of figure out some stuff and hopefully help me rebalance the rocket. And that's where we're going to go for now. And yeah, thanks for coming to the stream. If you guys want to watch all the CubeSats being rebuilt, you can watch the stream again. It'll be available on the replay. And the ones that I haven't finished, I'm going to finish up a bit later. I just have that chicken one that's going to take a little bit more time because I have to actually make the graphics for it. I didn't realize he had text on it. So I thought it was just going to be a quick build, but I need to add text. And then I'll build the two that I want to build because I think those are neat. Anyway, so there we go. Don't forget to add the engine to your sail, otherwise it won't work. Oh, you're almost done the human landing system. That's amazing. Is that supposed to sit on top of the SLS Prime? Is that where it's supposed to go? Because if it's supposed to sit on top, yeah, you could probably sit on top. Or is it supposed to sit on the, what's it called? The SpaceX rocket, the Starship. I'm not sure which one it's supposed to go to. I know. Cool. Right. I have to remember that this is not real time. Nope, it doesn't go with the SLS. Okay. Cool, cool. All right. So thanks everybody for watching. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I hate asking, but if I don't, then people don't apparently. You know, that kind of stuff. So take it easy, all that good stuff. And will you ever make the same thing as this put Starship parts? Will I make the Starship? There's a good chance I will. I'm going to basically, once I finish this guy and I finish up the Saturn project, which basically just needs the spaceship on top, I'm going to put a poll out and say, what should I make next? And I'll have things like the Gru rocket, the Falcon 9 Heavy, Starship, the Russian N1. I think there's something else that somebody recommended I put in. Oh, right, this Sea Dragon. And then have people vote on it. I think that's what I'm going to do going forward for recreations. Is basically, people give suggestions, and then I'll send it out as a poll. Which one should I make next? And that I think will work well. But for right now, I think next going forward, it's finish up this, finish up the CubeSats, finish up my rover colony pack, get that out, and then regroup next week with what am I doing next, because I have a bunch of things that I'm juggling, and I'd like to get down to 1 or 2 items. So that's it for me. Thank you very much. And apparently, yeah, Prime's the one who suggested the Gru thing because he wants to steal the moon. Shaking my head here as I hit the end stream button. Prime.